What is up, everybody? So I'm back today on my English account, and I just wanted to give kind of a run through of this Wargame season, what I think the new Attack on Titan units have done to the Wargame meta right now, and overall, like more than all, I guess I want to give an explanation to new players because I know there are a lot of new players right now. What they should be doing to get into Wargame and to get started doing well. And if you're not new, if you're experienced and you're watching this, there'll still probably be some info that you want to hear in like for the new Attack on Titan units, what they're doing for the meta, what you should expect to see kind of thing. But there is going to be a lot of information for new players. So I'm going to jump into it, go to Arena here, Wargame. So first, I'm just going to review the popular units, and I'm not going to give, you all can look at them in the album and see what they do, but I'm just going to kind of give my opinion on why they're here. And I think that Honor Succession Bell is here because he has been out for quite a while now, and he has been the best physical attacker for quite a while now, which, in my opinion, he's getting creeped up upon by Strongest Soldier Levi down there. Strongest Soldier Levi is at number 7, but next season I do probably expect to see him in the top 5, if not like the top 2 or 3. So I do expect him to creep up there because not as many people have had time to pull the banners yet, but he is fantastic. Him and I's both fantastic. In my opinion, I think that the top 4 physical attackers in the game are Honor Succession Bell, Summer Princess Eyes, Regiment Princess Eyes, and Strongest Soldier Levi. Not in that order, obviously. I dare I say Levi might be first, but Honor Succession Bell or Levi will be first for sure. Possibly Levi, to be honest, at least for Wargame. Possibly Levi. And then in Bell, it's close between them though, but Levi gets a total of 135% attack buffs between his dark attack buff and his strength buff, and that's a lot. Bell only gets 75%. Levi has a higher physical attack, like more strength, and more agility. So I honestly think that the only thing Bell has up on him is he has the Hestia knife, but Strongest Soldier Levi does have his character specific weapon too, which is really good. So he's definitely up there. And then between Summer Princess Eyes and Regiment Princess Eyes, Regiment Princess Eyes gives an AoE attack increase to your entire team. She's like the Hestia that we recently saw on the Familia launch banner, and she is extremely good. But Summer Princess Eyes is really good too, and let me tell you why. Because she negates, I couldn't think of the word to use, negates the strength buffs of your opponent's team, your entire opponent's team. Honor Succession Bell uses 75% strength buff, Levi uses his 75% strength buff, then Summer Princess Eyes comes, wipes them out. No more strength buffs. So, except assist skills, but we're talking, the bigger strength buffs are from character skills. So, boom. Honor Succession Bell has to use his low physical attack again, and if he doesn't, he's doing like half the damage that he would have been doing with his high physical attack. So she is really good, and I think she's a good attacker as well. Like, she has a high physical attack, AoE attack, and 2 mids, I believe. She's a good attacker as well, but just that ability is really good. Also, decrease buffs of your opponents by 1 turn. So if they have a 3-turn buff after they apply the 3-turn buff after Summer Princess Eyes attacks, they now have a 1-turn buff because one of their turns is gone and she took one of their turns. So 1 more turn gone, have to use the buff again. It's really good. That's just insane. But those are the top 4 in my opinion. They're not reflecting here as much. They're all in the top 5 physical attackers here. Well, Crimson Dahlia Tione, I wasn't thinking about her actually. She is really good. So she might actually be in the top 4 there. We'll just say top 5. But Sparkle Princess Eyes is here in my opinion because she is so easy to obtain. Like a lot of the players in the game have her. She was on the first banner, well, the second banner technically, but the first like character specific banner here, and she's just a solid physical attacker. Like, she is solid, she is really good, and I think that's why she's on the top 5. But she is really good and easy to get. So if you did get her starting out, like, she is good. So definitely be using her. One thing that has dropped off, I noticed, is there is no more Aaron on here. Now, as far as I can remember, I was playing earlier today. Aaron is still in like the top 5 on the Japanese most used characters for Wargame. So that is interesting. There are a lot. There are more players in Japan, I believe, than here, and I don't know that maybe there's just a like huge influx of new characters of new players, and they're using the Aaron, but he was on the top 10 or the top 5, I believe, in Japan. So like at Chloe, Sacred Fire, Hestia, don't need to say anything about those. They're like the best unit in the game. I think they're like tied for the best unit, for the best assist unit. They're so good. Ina creeping back up to number 4. She was in the like below the top 5 earlier. Kunichi got us Hestia. Fantastic unit. I love her. She's like the best healer in the game, in my opinion. T creeping down there, actually. She was way up there for a while, but there are characters that are doing close to the same things as her, so that's kind of kicking her out, especially because she was a unit that not a lot of people, not everyone got to obtain. I was playing during that time. I've played since the first day, and I don't have T, actually, so even people that were playing, not everyone got her. So, yeah, but the Uncontrollable Titan Aaron, he is really good. I've seen a couple of the top players playing Armin, which is interesting. Armin is really good, though, and especially since there's so many physical attackers in the game right now, or physical teams, even. Armin is really good right now. But Uncontrollable Titan Aaron is really good. I find it interesting that the 2 stun assists are down at the bottom. The Aaron stuns, 45% chance to stun, and Hime has a 45% chance to stun. I would use Aaron if I had him, but I don't, so I'm using Hime to stun. Basically only to stun, because I'm running a physical team, but we'll kind of see what happens when I get to the higher ranks. I haven't quite gotten up there yet, but I'll probably be replacing that with an Aaron, or the Hestia that has a stun resist, because I know a lot of people are playing stun right now, so that would definitely be useful. That is a suggestion of mine to you guys. Hestia with stun assist. I can't remember what her name is. I might check her out in the album in a minute, show you guys what I'm talking about. Actually, I can just show you here. Let's see. This Hestia right here. If it would let me, if it would let me select her, there we go. All Broad Hestia. She has a 75% chance to resist stun, and at max she has 100%, so I'm one away from max. So close. I should probably replace her back with Chloe, though. Chloe's a little better. There she is. Yeah, so I'm going to check out a couple of the top players. I might play my team against one of the top players, just kind of show you guys. Oh, well, maybe not this one. Maybe not. That's a pretty broken team, though, to be honest. All right. So I've noticed, I looked at the top teams earlier, and I've noticed that they're playing a lot of Magic teams, which is interesting because there are so many good physical attackers right now. They're good Magic attackers as well, don't get me wrong, but there's so many good physical attackers right now, like, I don't know. But they are the top-ranked players, so, I mean, they know what they're doing. But right here, we have healer, debuffer. Debuffers are something that are important that I don't think there was any in top 10. Was Ryu in top 10? Ryu was in top 10, yeah. So debuffers are important. Definitely, if you have access to a debuff or need one, we have Ryu, Onakitty, and Kino are like the 3 that are played. Onakitty and Ryu, I think more than Kino. Obviously Ryu more than any because she's in the top 5. But this team's just crazy. We have Chloe, we have Hestia, Ina, so negate the first 2 physical and magic attacks. 15% AoE damage increase and 15% AoE damage resist with the Freya, which is insanity. Along with the speed buff from Hestia and I'm not sure what Freya's other skill is. And then we have, in the back, we have Loki, couldn't think of her name, Loki and T. And then we do have Sparkle Princess Eyes, which is kind of crazy. I mean, she's really good, like I was saying. I think the reason people are playing her in the back, the reason I'm playing her in my sub-member slot anyway, is because she does not have to have a strength buff. There's not the 75% strength buff with a low physical attack. She just goes straight to the high physical attack with a strength buff. So, boom, she rotates in, doesn't have to buff, she just hits them hard from the start. And though it's not quite as hard, she still hits them hard from the start. So I believe that's probably why people are playing her. I'm going to go ahead and trial battle and see what happens. I'll kind of slow it down here. So I have my Onakitty set to debuff and my Asphy set to buff. So their Asphy goes buff, their Belle is buffing, Onakitty is debuffing. I'm still getting destroyed, as is expected. I'm going to be playing a couple of the top ranked players and I'll be getting destroyed. So just full disclosure there. So there's my Lufia. Rotating in with her magic attacks. This person is also using a Lufia, which is crazy. Oh wow, not getting destroyed. that was definitely surprising to me. So my team did win. That was interesting, but it was just the buff from Onakitty, or the debuff from Onakitty, the buff from Asphy, and then Belle's just hitting so hard, and that is kind of the strategy of my team. Belle will be hitting hard, Eyes will be debuffing, and then once I get Levi, I'll be putting him in here somewhere. I'm going to be trying a team where Asphy doesn't buff, and I put her in the back row, and then Levi is just going to be in here to kind of rush physical attack to rush damage. And I'm going to try that strategy out. But yeah, that was definitely interesting. I'm going to play Unsinge here, look at his team, and then play him. And then I'm just going to play a couple of matches with the random match and call it a day. I will explain, like I said, what I think new players should be playing while I'm playing some random matches. But before that, here's the Armin. I think this is the player that I was looking at that was playing Armin, which is interesting. I do like the Armin for strength down for your opponent's team. I do like that a lot. And then we have the Thunder Resist down, I guess just for Tione, which is cool. And it's also a healer, so that's cool. I actually have her +5, but she's only level 60 because I haven't limit broken her at all. I have 5 bonds though, so just because I don't have any Thunder characters. And then in the back row, he has a little bit different strategy than I was talking about with the just hard hitters out of the gate. He has 2 characters that buff in his sub-member slots, so that's interesting, but maybe he has them set to where they won't buff. I think if you set them to attack all, they'll use their highest attack. I could be wrong, though, so don't hold me to that. I could be wrong. So then the physical and magic resist in the back, and yeah, that's cool. This still has the AoE attack buff and AoE damage taken debuff up front, so that's definitely cool. I definitely agree with that. And then, like I said, debuffer, we have the Asphy that buffs 30% AoE damage taken buff, I guess. Like, you don't take 30% of AoE damage. My brain's not working, I'm not sure how to say that. But then we have Shakti, which is really good against physical attackers. Like, she just makes your team very tanky to physical teams, which there are a lot of right now. So I definitely agree with Shakti. And then Tione. So I'm going to go ahead and battle. Try it out. See how we do. Maybe I can get a couple stuns in there. That would be cool. That would definitely be cool. Rank 237. I just want to give a shout out to rank 237 Unsinge over here. Alright, so there we go. Belle's buffing. Onakitty's debuffing. And this is kind of unfortunate because I am playing 2 water units and there is a lightning unit on my opponent's team, so that does play a role in Wargame for sure. Alright, so now leave my Asphia alive so she can heal. So Bell heading. Bell's dead. Slowed the enemy team coming in. I am playing the Hestia from the summer event that has a 90% chance to slow your opponent's team, so that is cool. So she slowed 2 of their team. Alright, still slowed. See, it's crazy that, like, I don't know, they're slowed and still just, like, whipping the fire out of me. Which, I mean, like I said, is I expected. Unsinge is, like, the top player for Record Buster and Wargame usually, if I'm not mistaken, which is crazy. Alright, so she does have a 30% chance to seal, so she might seal. You never know. Seal the opponent's team. All 4 of them, come on. And then his physical attack, his special arts, which is going to kill me. Yep, dead. Alright, so that is kind of what I was expecting from both of the battles. The top-ranked players with their teams are really good. If you guys are like experienced and want good team builds, just look at the top like 10 players. Like, for real, they're really good. They're really solid, and there's a lot of diversity. Like, this game's meta has a lot of diversity in team builds. Like, as long as they're maxed and good units, like fairly good units, like there is a lot of diversity in that. So this is a better look at my team. I have Bell up front with the Chloe assist on him. I have Summer Eyes with Kunoichi Hestia, the Sacred Fire Hestia on my Onakitty, which should make her go pretty fast because she has Hestia gives a big strength boost. And then Asphia with the Crunchyroll Hime, which I'm not a big fan of right now. I just kind of have it on there to see how it goes. I'm probably going to switch it with the Alabroad Hestia, like I said before, but we'll see. Then Eyes and Lafayette in the back, just because they can rotate in and hit hard right away. And I have them set to attack all. And when Eyes rotates in, she will hopefully slow my opponent's team. And then Lafayette will try to resist that last little bit of damage with Aina. So, yeah, that's kind of the strategy. Let's see how it goes. And while I'm doing this, I will talk about new player strategy, in my opinion. And as you can kind of see here, I'm still kind of in lower ranks. So here's the Aaron. You'll see a lot of Aarons in lower ranks for sure. I do think that if you are a newer player, you should get Aaron max limit broken. It is possible. I know that very hard is difficult for new players to complete the event's very hard mode. But you should have a couple of 4 stars, get them to level 60, grind through it. You can use a friend character to clear. If you need a friend character, at the end of the video, I'll give you my friend code. And if you guys need an assist character, if you're new and need assistance, just add me, and you can use mine. And it should clear almost all of it. So, for sure. And so get Aaron first step. You'll have to get a couple of characters level 60, like I said, and probably use a friend character. But it is doable. So get to level 60, or get Aaron level 80. You'll get all of your resources back that you spend on Aaron to get into level 80. So definitely do that, because it's very worth it. It's just a free max limit broken character, which is crazy. So get Aaron. Grind the story, which you can use my assist character for if you would like, or someone else's. It doesn't matter. Grind the story as much as you possibly can. Get 8,000 Iris. Get 4,000 Iris. 4,000 Iris. Summon the Levi banner 10 times. At this point, after you summon the Levi banner, upgrade the characters that you get as far as you can. Do the heroic trial. The heroic trial will give you a Levi bond or an Eyes bond, and depending on what you got more of on the banner that you summoned, obtain whichever bond that you need further limit break the characters, and you should have a pretty solid team. Like, if you have a max limit broken Aaron and a max limit broken something else, like a Levi or an Eyes, and maybe a +1 Levi or Eyes, you should be able to get to like Battle Princess or almost a Battle Princess anyway. So that is definitely the strategy that I would take. And then while these banners are going on, I would definitely try to summon all 10 steps on both if you're a new player. Since Wargame is this week, I would try for Wargame first. I would try for the Levi banner and Eyes banner first. But then after that, after you get into Wargame, I would definitely try to summon the Mikasa banner and the Mikasa and Bell banner, because that is a great banner for Record Buster. However, Record Buster is a little harder for newer players to get into. Whereas Wargame, you can still compete, at least in lower ranks, as a newer player. So that's kind of my advice to you. That would be my game plan. If I started the new account right now, that would be my game plan. And I can start a new account if you guys want, and show you like that it's doable, that it's possible and easy to do that in just a few days if you would like. So if you want to see that, I won't do it if nobody wants to, but if nobody wants me to, but if a couple of you want me to do it, let me know and I'll do it and show you guys how, and that it is possible, and document that so you can see how to do it. So yeah, if you guys want to see that, just let me know, and that is definitely doable. Yeah, I was going to show you. Here is my friend code. So if you guys do need assistance, if you're new, if you need a character, if you just want to add me because hey, he's a cool guy, go for it for sure. And that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something useful from this information. Hope you at least enjoyed it, even if you didn't learn anything. But yeah, if you're a new player, which I know there are a lot of, just try to follow those instructions as much as possible if you are trying to jumpstart your way into Wargames. So yeah, like I said, I hope you enjoyed, hope you learned something. I hope you have an awesome day, and I will see you in the next video.